Imagine this. There I was, sitting next to John, a top rep at a leading logistics firm. The energy in the room is energetic. People are shouting across, cracking jokes, venting about customers, drivers, and moving freight. The energy is vibrant. Then, suddenly, email starts pouring in. I look over at John, and I see wrinkles in his forehead. I can see the stress starting to build. John is frantically typing in the keyboard, trying to quote customers, trying to enter loads into his transportation management system. He's visibly overwhelmed. I'm quite astonished by the fact that he can manage to move across 5 different tabs and do multiple things at once. But despite his skill, this is stressful nonetheless. Now, this is just another day for John. Another regular Monday where he's bogged down by mundane tasks that he doesn't like to do and keeping him away from what's most important to him, bringing in revenue for the company. My name is Dan Tram, and I'm the CEO and founder of EverestAi. And today, I'm here to show you how we can transform John's day, making him focus on what's the most important and helping him out. EverestAi is an agent, an AI agent that will automatically respond to email quotes and enter orders into your TMS for you. And let's be honest, who loves data entry anyways? Now, let's set up Everest, and let me show you how effortless it is to do so. So John is going to first log into Everest, and there he will set up one of his customers. Let's call them Acme Parts. John works with Acme Parts quite frequently, so he knows precisely what he wants to quote them. So let's say any rate that comes in between 200 miles to 500 miles, he wants to quote them $3.10 per mile. John also has the option to do it lane by lane. So let's say anything from Laredo to Detroit, he's going to quote that at $3,600. But in the event that Acme emails John and it falls outside of these parameters, well, then John can set up his historical rate as a backup. And in case there aren't any historical rates for Acme Parts, well, then John can fall back on his third option and choose his favorite rate provider and adding a 10% margin on top of that. Now what John will do is turn on auto quote. And what Everest will do for John is that as an email comes in, Everest will automatically reply to the email based on that rate matrix John just set up, responding as if it was John. So let's look at how we transform John's day with EverestAi. The first thing you'll notice is that you see that there aren't as many emails flooding in through John's inbox anymore. Well, that's because Everest is processing emails, moving them to a different folder, and tagging them Everest processed, so John knows what Everest has done for him. John is not left in the dark. Thanks to the Everest sidebar, John can view exactly what's going on. So here in the sidebar, you see emails that have been automatically sent. You also see emails that require his attention, emails where he needs to provide that extra service. So let's look into the emails that have been automatically sent. So instead of digging through his inbox, John can quickly navigate to the email, and he can see that what a customer wrote to him. He can also see that Everest has responded for him. What he'll then do is just hide the email and move on to his next high priority task. Here's what's incredible. People email us in various formats. Some people have attachments, others write in tables, and other times it's blocks of texts. With our proprietary large language models, Everest can interpret all these type of formats and make sure John can act on them swiftly and accurately. And let's look at one more email, that email that John did not turn on autoquote for. Well, John, again, can navigate to that quickly. He can look up his rate, compare his historical rate with his favorite rate providers, and then respond in seconds. And in this market, we know quick response equals good customer service. But how about those tedious rate confirmations that John had to manually enter into the TMS? Well, with Everest, it's like magic. Everest, as I've been talking, has automatically received and processed these orders and entered them into the TMS. John can open up the Everest sidebar, the TMS order, and he sees what has been processed and entered for him. And if he wants to double check the work, he can simply do that by opening up the pane, making sure that Everest has read everything correctly, then hit enter to TMS. What we have been able to accomplish with EverestAi is transform John's day, and it's revolutionary for the logistics industry. No longer are people bogged down by mundane tasks, but instead focused on high-value work. It's as if we provided John with a logistics assistant, one where he can focus on doing what he likes. Our mission at Everest is to provide high-talented employees a way to better work and generate revenue. We are EverestAi, and thank you for your time.